The last time Vauxhall Motors visited this ground, Seel Park, a game that was mired in off-pitch controversy, the Motors came away with a brilliant 1-0 win against former tenants Bury AFC in what was effectively a title-clinching game in the North West Counties Football League Premier Division. Now, Vauxhall ply their trade in the Northern Premier League, but today they're on Isuzu FA Trophy business. Now, Vauxhall got their first win of the season last time out against City of Liverpool and had to wait nearly 2 weeks to keep that momentum going. They face the actual tenants of this stadium, Mossley AFC, in the first qualifying round. So it'll be interesting to see whether the Motors have been able to keep up that momentum going into this game. Now, beside me, as you can see, I'm joined by former Mossley AFC goalkeeper and, of course, our good friend and Vauxhall legend, Steve Hilton. Steve, fond memories of your time at Mossley AFC?
Do you know what? I enjoyed it. Nick Welton, who was at Vauxhall's for I think two periods. I was coming back from a shoulder operation and he phoned me and said, look, we want to go down here. So I spent about 4 or 5 months down here, won the North West Counties Cup at Gig Lane. So I won that for Vauxhall and Mossley. And you know what? They're a die-hard crowd here, but you know what? If you're playing well and you're up for it, and they take to you, it's a good place to play football. Yeah, good memories.
And of course, recent memories of being at this ground. As I mentioned, Vauxhall's win against Bury AFC back in April, and it effectively clinched the title that day.
Yeah, well, it did, wasn't it? It was a title decider, even though they had a score to settle against us. I don't know whether we can talk about anything because there's still an active investigation going on, but let's just say we made it out alive.
We're hoping for the same today.
Yeah, hopefully we can repeat that performance, which is, it was 1 to 11. The subs as well were on point that day, and a bit of a hostile crowd, and we come away with the. Here's the gaffer, another impromptu here.
Afternoon, man.
Manager Mick McGraa has joined us. Good, how are you?
All good.
In the
nice
sun,
day.
Yeah, lovely day for football.
Yeah, probably factor 50 on.
How's the team looking for today's game?
Yeah, we're all good, mate. All good.
Has it been
first time we've aimed the same 11 all season.
Has it been a help or a hindrance having that long break between this game and the last game?
I think it's been a help. We looked a little bit jaded on the Monday, which I think most teams would have playing Saturday, Monday, but I think we did have a few niggles, and I think that week and a little friendly in between, lads are positive and everyone's smiling, and what happens after a win, isn't it?
We mentioned that win against City of Liverpool. What clicked and what was different about that game?
I think it clicked at Chasetown. I think if you were there, I think we were really good. I think that's the best we played all season. I think we were better on the Saturday than we were on the Monday. What did they have? Before 80 minutes, they only had one shot on goal. But obviously we were down to 10 men and we had to try and go for it, so they were always going to hit us on the break. But yeah, no. Look, it was always going to take time. I'm not saying we've fixed all our problems, but it was always going to take time to adjust to the league. We brought in 3 or 4 new players, and it takes time to gel. And look, we should be sitting here on 9 and 10 points from me, but we're not. Different today, cup game, innit? And, we haven't took the cup serious last couple of years, but we are today. We want to try and get through to the next round, and hopefully we'll have a good count ourselves. But remember last time we were here? That's the main thing, innit?
I just said that we got out alive.
Yeah, we got out alive. Cheers, lads.
Thanks for joining us, Mick. So it's a cup game. Is the approach different?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. Just you just said it's played the same 11. I said a few weeks ago I think we probably trying to find his best down 11. So, I agree with Mick. Chasetown we were excellent. It might just be one of them games where the ball just weren't going to go in. Could have played for 3 hours, we weren't going to score and go down to 10 men. But City Liverpool probably deserved to win, but we scraped it in the last minute. And sometimes them last minute goals can give you that, bit of momentum, just give a bit of a kick start. I think you'll just go in and treat it as a game, just a bit different, the trophy to the Vars. We've always said you can win the Vars, you can go a long way in the Vars. In this, we're minnows.
This is my first experience of the FA Trophy.
So you can go. Obviously, you've got the Northern Premier, the Conference North, and then the Conference to come into it as well. So, again, you go through a few rounds, you can get decent size. You get a Conference team. decent payday for the club, you know, a Southport or something like that, even a Chester City, you know, Chester FC, they're getting, you know, a lot of fans, so you can still get you a bit of a glamour tie in this, and you know, so it's a game you want to win, a bit of prize money at stake, not as much as the FA Cup, but I'm sure there's a bit of prize money the club will happily take. Yeah, just go out, and you know what, it's one of them, it's a lovely day for football, watching it. Being on the pitch is probably something totally different.
We're in the middle of the pitch here and it's scorching.
Well, I've got sweat dripping off me.
And we're not even moving. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon and it's about 35 degrees now.
Yeah, it's memories of Earlham away last year, which they put a performance on, didn't they? So,
pitch is nice. It's nicer than it was that day.
Yeah, no wind, nothing. Get it down and play. Looks quite flat, green, considering the weather we've had. Yeah, just go out and enjoy it.
And just finally on Mossley. 3 wins and 2 defeats so far in the Northern Premier League. 3 wins here. What is there a different dynamic playing a team from the same league in the cup?
I wouldn't have thought so, no, because we don't know each other. I mean, when I played for Vauxhall, when we were in North County, we used to have battles with these. The 2 years before we went up, they were like our arch rivals. We were like the top 2 or 3. So we did have some, you know, I remember Scully. Give someone a bit of a slap. One of the fans, it went off one year. Yeah, it went off 1 year. And,
seems to happen a lot at this ground.
Yeah, but like I say, the die-hard fans, you know, passionate fans, it's got no problem with. But yeah, it was because we were both going for the title that year, and you know, obviously only one were up. Then there was no playoffs. It was just straight one up. It was hostile when we come here. But no, I think. You don't know each other, there's not as if they played each other last year, so I think the league's letting you burn, it's just one play football and time in the game.
Well, based on the conditions today, it might just be the team that lasts longest in this heat. It's going to be an absolute, dare I say, scorcher of a game, but it's a perfect day for some cup football action.
So I'm Nathan, I do social media for Mossley, and I do the tannoy on match days as well, and a bit of everything, just general dog's body.
How long have you been involved at Mossley?
About 5 years I've been helping out, volunteering at Mossley for 5 years now, yeah.
Plenty of highs and lows in that time, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Any particular highlights?
It's always good, you're winning away, big games away from home. A couple recently stick out, so beat Marine a couple of years ago, winning at Linnets, won last week at Bamber Bridge. Games where you're not expected to win, I suppose, they're the best ones, definitely, yeah.
And what's it like doing media at a non-league club? Do you feel like a responsibility to spread that message and get people involved in non-league football?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's because it's your community, isn't it? It's your local club, so you want, and we try to have a club that's at the heart of everything in the community, so just being part of that, it's quite an important thing to get the club bigger, but bring people together. It's not just about football, there's a lot going on outside of football that helps people, so you do feel a weight of pressure in a positive way, yeah.
Tell us about Mossley's start of the season, how are they shaping up?
It's been a good start to the season, we've done alright, so league we've won 3, lost 2, both away from home we lost 2. Difficult defeats to take. We played well, just sloppy periods of play where we conceded goals, but at home we looked relatively solid, and then FA Cup beat Ramsbottom in the first round and then beat Bamber Bridge last week, which was a really good result. So yeah, generally positive. I think over the last few years David, the manager, has built like a good squad of players that he's got, and I think he's brought in quite a few this year. We've had a couple go up to higher levels, so it feels like he's bedding a few in, getting them ready for the season, but we've generally had quite a small squad, and this year it's a lot bigger squad, so I think he's trying to keep everyone happy is quite a challenge for him this year, probably.
So 100% start at home this season,
yeah.
Does that mean it's a foregone conclusion this game?
Definitely not. I was here last year when you guys played Bury here last year, which was an eventful game to say the least.
To say the least, yeah.
So you're a good team. We've seen what Avro have done as well coming up, and local team, and obviously you've won the counties last year, so no, it's going to be a tough game. And to be honest with you, I don't think there's an easy game in this league. We've said already, you can't pick who's going to go up and go down. Could be. We looked at probably the last 2 years we've been in and around the playoffs, but when you look at the teams who could push the playoffs, and yourselves included, you've got there's probably about 14 teams in there, and it's a big skip from maybe winning the league to maybe finishing just outside the relegation places. So I think we're in for a difficult game in difficult conditions for the players as well, definitely.
So last one for me. Give us a player to look out for our viewers from Mossley.
Eden Bailey is a very, very good player. So he plays up front or down the wing. Came from he was at Altrincham Academy last year. He was at Newcastle Town for a little bit, and then we took him on loan at the back end of the season when he got released by Altrincham. He came here, looked really, really good, very lively. And then on the bench, because he was away last week, Bailey Marsden, who, in my opinion, no offence to anyone else, I think he's the best player in the league. He's an outstanding player, but he's on the bench today because he was away last week. But yeah, there's some good players in there, definitely.
High praise indeed.
Did you ever remember the 2002-2003 League Cup final?
No, tell me about it.
Well, I played.
There you go.
And we won, but I can't seem to find anyone who remembers me playing for Mossley.
I'll know someone who will definitely be able to.
Right, I want to get them on camera, so people don't. I've got a photo. We'll get that on. But I want proof, because I think people think I'm lying.
The lad in the club shop, Matthew, he'll definitely remember. And there's a bloke who'll be up there later on who'll definitely remember as well. Right. So someone will remember you. You'll get your moment of glory today.
I'm going to hunt them out.
Well, thanks for talking to us. We wish you all the best for the season, just not today.
Yeah, you too. Thanks, guys.
So what are we doing at Seel Park today?
I'm going to find someone who remembers me when I played here, because I think Alex looked at me before as if I was lying. So I'm going to try and find someone else that remembers that period and the League Cup winning team.
Mark, did you know that Steve Hilton used to play for Mossley?
You know what, I didn't, but now I do now.
Well, people are calling me a liar, but we'll find someone.
I believe you.
With fond and not so fond memories of the last trip to Seel Park, Vauxhall Motors visit once again, and instead of a crunch league tie against Bury AFC, they are hosted by this stadium's actual tenants, Mossley AFC, in the Isuzu FA Trophy first qualifying round. It's an absolute scorcher of a day in what is apparently the hottest day of the year in September. A little bit of unseasonable summer weather in September. But we were down on the pitch earlier and it is an absolute scorcher, so it is going to be a war of attrition, and whichever side lasts longest and best in this heat will have a great chance of going through to the next round. Vauxhall got their first win on the board for the season last time out against City of Liverpool at home, but have had to wait nearly 2 weeks to return to action, and this time in the knockout arena of cup football. Alongside me is Mossley AFC legendary goalkeeper Steve Hilton, of course, our good friend, good colleague and Vauxhall legend. Good memories of your time at Mossley AFC?
Yeah, very good, very good. Top 6 in the league. I was only on loan 5-6 months. Going back from a shoulder injury, and then League Cup win to round it off. So I can happily say I've won the League Cup in the North East Counties with Vauxhalls and with Mossley.
And you will have seen in the build-up to this match today, we were on the hunt, so we announced that we were on the hunt to find someone who remembers Steve Hilton's time here at Mossley, and we actually found two people who remembers your time here. The chairman
come over and said hello, which was nice of him,
and the man at the helm of the club shop, who apparently is the font of all knowledge of everything to do with Mossley.
The chairman actually said as well, he looked at the Mossley site and I was known as Giant Steve Hilton. So obviously had a quick Google.
Well, let's focus on today as the teams prepare to come out into this scorching heat. It's going to be a tough one for both sets of teams.
Well, we're just wearing the shade here, aren't we? I'm melting in, I'm absolutely dripping in sweat. It's absolutely ridiculous heat. Just conserve energy you can out there, and you'd say it's not going to be a fast frenetic game, you know what I mean? It's going to be, the heat will have a part to play in the game, but
they'll have to pick and choose the moments, both teams.
Exactly. I'd say memories of Ireland last year, 30 odd degrees.
We spoke to Mick McGraa before the match and he was very buoyant. he was very buoyant, having got that first win under their belt, and he said that the break was actually a help.
Yeah, he said, I mean, the other game, the game Chase Town was, it's under a mile. So it was a long day, and that was quite warm. It was raining, weren't it? But it was warm when the sun came out. And I said before the game, it was one of them games. You could have played for hours and not scored. We played so well. Just needed that first goal, which we never got. And then obviously on the Monday, local derby. And but the manner we got the winner, hopefully might just be a bit of a confidence boost. Not better getting a last minute winner. But you think you've dropped 2 points and you turn it around last minute and a bit of relief, a bit of confidence builder.
Was a healthy crowd milling around here at Mossley at Seel Park waiting for kick-off, and we certainly had a greater welcome than our last visit, but everyone out basking in the sun and enjoying the lovely weather in the shadows of the Peak District. I think it's a glorious setting for Saturday afternoon football. And before they make their way out, we'll run through the teams. The home side, Mossley, playing in white. In goal, number 1, a rival, according to the chairman, for the title of best goalkeeper at Mossley. You've got a rival here, Steve, Christopher Thompson. And it's 2, Jack Grundy, 3, Nicky Clee, 4, Callum Lee, 5, Josh Dickin, 6, Luke Barlow, 7, Kane Hickman, 8, and captain, Andy Keogh, 9, Eden Bailey, 10, Mark Lees, and 11, Jack Bannister. And the substitutes for the home side, 12, Adam Sherratt, 14, Joseph Richards, 15, Keaton Mulvey, 16, Shane Killer, 17, Umar Kamara, 18, Bailey Marsden, and 13, listed at the bottom, Finlay Madigan. And now for Vauxhall, in goal, Sam Booth, and it's a full-back partnership of Ethan Goldborn and Adam Hughes. Ethan Goldborn and Ben Dufton-Kelly, sorry. And our centre-half, Bobby Bowman's partners, Adam Hughes. In midfield is Sam Hughes, and he's alongside, fresh off his brace last time out, captain Ben Holmes and Steve Rigby. Continuing up front again, the number 9 shirt is Connor Harwood, and he's flanked by Michael Berkey, who got that famous winner on this ground back in April. And number 11, Joe Brandon, who's, despite the results, has hit a decent bit of form, and it's good to see Joe back in the team. And the substitutes for the Motors, 12, Sean Mosscrop, 14, new signing from City of Liverpool, it's Jordan Wynn, 15, Tom Mitchell, 16, Lewis Buckley, and 17, Jordan Deere. The referee today is Thomas Harland, and he's joined by Liam Ashcroft and Alexander Phillips.
Please put your hands together for today's team, Vauxhall Motors and your Lily Whites Mossley AFC.
So the teams enter the field, Mossley in their lily white shirt, black shorts and black socks, and the Motors in their changed sky blue, baby blue, aqua blue, any variation you want to add.
Amphoryte blue.
Oh yeah, Amphoryte was it, yeah? Amphoryte. Plenty of young mascots, the Mossley Juniors, accompanying the first team. Glorious day for football.
Here's how the sides line up, starting with the visitors. Vauxhall Motors in goal, number 1, Samuel Booth. Number 2, Bobby Beaumont. Number 3, Ethan Goldborn. Number 4, Samuel Hughes. Number 5, Adam Hughes. Number 6, Benjamin Dufton-Kelly. Number 7, Michael Berkey. Number 8, Stephen Rigby. Number 9, Connor Harwood. Number 10, Captain Benjamin Holmes. And number 11, Joseph Brandon. Substitutes for the visitors, number 12, Sean Mosscrop. Number 14, Jordan Wynn. Number 15, Thomas Mitchell. Number 16, Lewis Buckley. And number 17, Jordan Deere. Your Lily Whites for today in goal, number 1, Chris Thompson. Number 2, Jack Grundy. Number 3, Nicky Clee. Number 4, Callum Lee. Number 5, Josh Dickin. Number 6, Luke Barlow. Number 7, Kane Hickman. Number 8 and captain, Andy Keogh. Number 9, Eden Bailey. Number 10, Mark Lees, and number 11, Jack Bannister. Substitutes for Lillywhites today, number 12, Adam Sherratt, number 13, Finlay Madigan, number 14, Joe Richards, number 15, Keaton Mulvey, number 16, Shane Killer, number 17, Umar Kamara, and number 18, Bailey Marsden.
So, Steve, as we try and keep ourselves refreshed and hydrated, it'll be a tough game today, but there's no reason why Vauxhall can't win this game and progress into the next round.
Mossley started well, 3 out of 3 at home. I think Peter Kaminski mentioned it, Prescott from the to me, and
Nathan, a social media officer here at Mossley.
Said anyone can beat anyone in this league.
What was it? He said he reckons any one of 14 teams could get promoted, so it's going to be a competitive season. Does that have any bearing on the FA Trophy, or is it just another game?
One-off game it is. Yeah, that's... Say the trophy, not like the bars. Different the FA Cup, but you can still, when you progress, the draws are lucky for you. You're on the bottom level of the pyramid for the trophy. But a couple of rounds down the line, you could be getting a Chester, Southport, someone local, big crowds, £3 for the club. So it's something worth winning. A little run in.
Mick McGraa said to us pre-match that he's a little bit disappointed with Vauxhall's recent cup history. Other than the bright spark of that Cheshire Senior Cup final, has been a disappointing run in the cup, so time to make amends.
Yeah, he was rested, but he wasn't in the FA Cup. He didn't turn up for that one. Richie at Seel-Port last year in the FA Cup. Like we had the game on Thursday night, which did now. The last 2 years in the Vars, just no shows. And the Vars where you can go a long way in it.
So
you can say one thing, would you a cup win?
Steve Rigby gets us underway. And within 5 or 6 seconds we've already lost our first ball. Goldborn shanks that clearance with his left foot, playing on the left of the back four today after the sending off of Sean Smith, at Chase Town. Bannister looking to get behind Hughes, but Hughes covering well. Now it's a race between Bannister and Dufton Kelly. Bannister gives it up. Oh, miscontrol.
It's a red card.
There's a shout. Berkey and Holmes. Yeah, and the referee's pulled it straight away. Pulls the red card out. A foul on Joe Brandon.
If any, probably put one side in the area because he might get away with the double jeopardy rule, but
it's a denial of a goal scoring opportunity.
Yeah, he's clear through.
Is it Nicky Clee, the fullback? Yeah. He protests, but the referee has brandished that red card 3 times. He's certainly not going to change his mind. You might well have been right there. He might have.
He's in the area, probably gets away with the yellow.
Either he has to have the wherewithal to do that or trust his goalkeeper, the Eel Thorpe Brandon. But Brandon was right on that mistake. Yeah, pounced right on it.
Mistake. He just nipped it off him and he just tried to bail himself out and just he took his ankles. It would have been one-on-one with the keeper all day long.
So the home side now down to 10 men. Can Vauxhall take advantage? The dismissed player, Clee. Oh, it was Grundy. My apologies.
He's trying to redeem himself. better just letting him go and have the shot of him touch the goalie or whatever.
I mean, yeah, I bow to your expertise here. I always believe trust your goalkeeper. If you go one down, you've still got 11v11.
Yeah.
But now, will that change the approach to this game?
They've been on top certainly, so we're going to get a bit more of the ball now. Are we going to dictate play?
It's going to be hard in this heat for them to hold out.
Yeah.
Vauxhall just got to keep cool heads. They have a attack and free kick. Holmes and Berkey over it. Berkey takes it, he flicks it over. Oh,
Top of the net.
Don't know whether the keeper read it or was stranded, but he didn't move. Decent effort, but just couldn't get it up and down in time. So now it's an altogether different game. It'd be interesting to see how that affects Bannister's play, because he's been a real threat down the left-hand side so far, giving Beaumont all kinds of trouble. I always think, maybe, I don't know because I haven't played football, that it seems strange to me that a foul like that is equitable to violent conduct, straight red.
It's the denial of a clear goal scoring opportunity, isn't it? But like you say, you don't take them out and you've still got 70 minutes at 11v11 even if you go 1-0 down.
So it looks like there's going to be an immediate change. So Bannister goes off.
I'd say that's another bonus because he's been a bright spark so far. Obviously, you want to set the back four up as normal, losing the right back, but he's been the outlet and the bright spark in the team.
So it's Bannister off, and he's replaced by Adam Sherrod, who's slotted in straight at right back to slot in for the dismissed Grundy, who I wrongly identified as Clee, but it was on the right side, so that was Grundy's red card. But as you said, one of their weapons has gone off now.
It's never done at Seel Park and Vauxhall Mountain visit, is it?
Away by Harwood. Will Berkey keep it in? Yes, he will. Looks to play an early one for Brandon. Finds him. He's shaping up. He carries on in the box. Oh, and good save, Thompson. Almost wiggled underneath him, but
Waiting for him to think it there, aren't you?
I thought he was going to take a first time on the volley. But a good effort nonetheless, and equally good save from Thompson. Great play from Harwood to keep the ball. The referee gives a foul. Just at the edge of the box. On the left side.
As well.
He did well to win the ball back.
Dropped the shoulder, took 2-1.
I do feel that last touch might have been running out of play. But the foul was committed. Yellow card for Josh Dicken. And a free kick for Vauxhall. Looks like Holmes is the one stepping up to take this. It'll be a outswinger. So that suggests it's going to be a cross, not a shot. Exactly that. Berkey gets a head on it. It'll fall to Dufton Kelly. He tries to set up Brandon, but his pass is wayward. Hughes rescues it. And now it's back with Holmes shaping up for another cross. Beaumont puts it back in. Berkey on the volley. It's in!
Goal.
He didn't get the contact on it, but he found the bottom of that corner, the far corner.
Scored from where he wants when he wants, baby.
It was shaping up. He was shaping up for the volley, but he didn't get anywhere near the contact I think he wanted on it. But he's directed it past Thompson. Thompson's had no chance. He can't stretch that far, and he finds the bottom left-hand corner as we look at it.
My view was obscured by the post, that's why I didn't see it.
It trickled in, so it looked like Thompson had read it and was letting it go past the post, but alas, none. Finally, the breakthrough for 11-man Vauxhall against 10-man Mossley, 1-0 up to the away side. That should, in theory, make everyone in the Vauxhall shirt a lot more relaxed.
Yeah.
They've got a lead against 10 men. And now Mossley are going to have to chase this game.
So that's where the gaps are open. I think, we've defended quite well in the air early. I mean, the corners have looked a bit dangerous on. They haven't had any great chances, have they?
And that's before we take into account the fatigue that'll come late in the second half.
The old saying, I'll just let the ball do the work now.
Although Vauxhall look very keen to get that second and get an unassailable lead. Space for Hughes in the middle. To Brandon. He's got Goldborn looking for the overlap. It comes back inside to Hughes. Now he runs into the box, gives it off to Holmes. First time cross. Harwood. Yes, he finally puts one away. It's a great header. It looked like a bit of a nothing cross from Holmes.
But I was right behind him. You could say he's angled his head and just guides it into that bottom corner. 2-0 Vauxhall Motors, and Conor Harwood gets his goal after a few attempts.
I think Holmes put it in an area waiting for someone to attack it, and Harwood, you're not going to keep him down too long, and it's a great header direct into the bottom corner, puts Vauxhall in a comfortable position now, 2-0 up.
It's hard up there for 10 minutes. Give them the due, Mossley.
They haven't taken a back step, but they can certainly have no complaints over the red card.
What at the 18th, 20th minute?
It was before the drinks break, so yeah. No, they've been game, and that's not to say it's over yet. Question then, do Vauxhall calm things down, stick with 2, or do they go for the jugular to make sure?
Just make sure you keep it tight to the back, and nothing silly. Keep the ball above the work and move the ball as quick as you can. You might want to make a few changes to freshen it up.
Oh, great play from Harwood. Win that ball. And he's just going to try and waste a bit of time. Got support from Buckley. Now, we don't have to whisper it quietly. Vauxhall Motors have won a cup tie.
Yeah.
It's a gorgeous day here in the north of Greater Manchester. And Vauxhall Motors have triumphed in the first qualifying round of the Isuzu FA Trophy. And in the end, Steve Hilton, although the red card has more or less decided this game, it was a really solid command and performance from Vauxhall.
It's still going to be a tricky one. I mean, they started really well. They looked in control. We still had a couple of half chances before the sending off. Massive change in the game, the sending off. I think it was a stonewall red card. But after that, we were patient, created chances, controlled the ball, dominated. we had little flurries, little blast second half. Very, very professional performance. You can tell the confidence is growing. Tricky conditions with the heat, but yeah, red cards are a major factor, but well done. Done what they need to do. Like I say, patience, got the goal, calm them down, second half, second one off on a high, and just control the game, see it out.
Vauxhall seem to enjoy their visits to Seel Park. A sweetly struck volley from Michael Berkey and a strong header on the fourth time of asking from Connor Harwood. Makes it 2-0 to Vauxhall Motors here at Mossley AFC, and they progress into the second qualifying round of the Isuzu FA Trophy. Mick, your side have won a cup game, that must feel good.
Yeah, it's been a long time, hasn't it? Yeah, no, it was a big win, another win. You know, winning is important, isn't it? And for today, obviously, there's a few incidents that changed the game, but really good value for it.
What could have, or what looked like being a tricky tie was decided by the red card?
It helped, obviously, it helped, but listen, Mossley are the top team and they do things how they play and their philosophy, they do really well. And, you know, and I thought it was an even game until the sending off, but I think once we got them in at half time and we spoke to them and we sort of showed them where the spaces were and how we could break them down. The lads took it on board brilliant, and you know, lads need to step up sometimes. You know, we had a little go the middle three at half time. You know, need to be braver on the ball and get the ball to full backs, which I thought we did, and I thought our front three were really good even before the sending off. I thought, you know, we were really good.
Was it just about being patient and waiting for those gaps to start opening up?
The gaps were already there. The players just couldn't see it. It was like the first 20 minutes after the sending off, it's manic, isn't it? But once we sat them down and we just explained to them, showed them, listen, that's where the spaces are, and if you get it in these areas, you've got a better chance of scoring, and we scored two really good goals, haven't we?
It's a punishingly hot day. Towards the end, they just managed the game really well, didn't they?
Yeah, and the last 15 minutes, you know, to be fair to Fishy, they've mostly put another man up front, so we have 3 up there, 10 men, which is brave and trying to get something, but I thought, and Bootle hasn't really had the save to make, has he, all day, and, you know, and the main thing for me, what I've took out today is a clean sheet. It's our first of the season, so yeah, it's something to build on. It's positive. The dressing room's bouncing, which you can imagine, 2 wins on the bounce, so hopefully we're going in the right direction.
As you said, 2 wins on the bounce, upward curve now, keep that momentum going.
Yeah, look, I've said it in a couple of interviews. Listen, this isn't like a quick fix. You come into a league above and then you're just gonna win like every week like you did last season. It doesn't work. You know, we've had a few eye openers. You know, we've done a lot of you know, soul searching between us all, and we've tried to improve. And I think the squad now is looking strong, and the lads are taking on board what we want. And you know, winning breeds confidence, doesn't it? And the lads are buzzing. And I made up for all yourselves and the staff and the committee that follow us all the time. You know, first away win of the season. So you know, and as you said, we've stayed in a cup competition, which is rare.
Well, long may it continue. Congratulations today.
Thank you.